In what is perhaps the ultimate embarrassment for India, Suresh Kalmadi will be India's face at the London Olympics. It's official now. A man accused in one of the most monumental corruption scams in the history of Indian sports will represent India on a global stage. The Sports Ministry has written to the Indian Olympic Association asking it that it should not facilitate Kalmadi's visit to London on ethical grounds. But will they listen? A CBI court which heard Kalmadi's plea to travel to the UK found nothing wrong with his request, but could not have India found a better ambassador for the world stage than the kingpin of the shameful CWG scam. CBI Special Judge Talwant Singh allowed Kalmadi's plea to visit London from 26 July to 13th August while ordering him to furnish a bond of rupees 10 lakh and a surety of the same amount, and said, and I quote, Kalmadi is a member of the International Association of Athletics Federation Council and the president of the Asian Athletics Association, and arguments on charge on his behalf are already over. The arguments on charge of the other accused in the case are going on and it will take time to conclude. Accordingly, the application of Kalmadi is allowed. Unquote. No one in the government seems interested in finding out. Even the sports minister, Ajay Makans, seems too helpless to do anything more than just sit back and complain that it's a shame.
IOA is not involved in it.
But he is the IOA president.
Maybe. He is not going there as IOA president.
He is not going there
as IOA president.
Well, it's going to be the most unfortunate thing for we as Indians. I think it's going to be a shameful day for me personally and every like-minded, well-meaning citizen of India. He must clear his name. He must come out clean before he can once again even think of or dream of representing India. He has brought shame to the entire nation in CWG. Since he was the person who was heading the games at that point in time, which is again a debatable question as to whether he could have. But the larger issue is that the more the Indian sports changes, the more it remains the same. There is no reason as to why such people should not be ousted from conducting sports and administering sports, and which is why Sports Bill was such an important instrument to ensure that these kind of people don't keep on coming back for their vested interests. After 17 years as a president of IOA, why is it that you still want to go? Because there are freebies, and at the expense of the public exchequer, Indian Olympic Association is being run for vested interests. And it's not only Mr. Kalmadi, it's a systemic change that one requires. There are many Kalmadis sitting out there in the IOA. You need to change all of that. And despite the fact that the national sports guidelines are being violated by V.K. Malhotra, who's the acting president, and Mr. Kalmadi, who's the IOA president, he gave an undertaking and assurance to the IOC at the international level that he will be abstaining and he will be on a long absence. The words used were prolonged absence. I am on a prolonged absence. I will not interfere with the affairs of the IOA because I don't have time. And the real issue now comes out. Before Olympics, you get all the time you want to be a part of. And imagine all the athletes, the icons, who's looking after them? Who's even bothered about as to what they feel? Do they want to be a part of the contingent which is headed by a person who's alleged, whose hands are deep into corruption, allegations? So, people only look after themselves. They don't look after what other people are going to be feeling about, what the nation is going to be feeling about.
I look back at just why this is such a big problem. The ED named Kalmadi for providing his signatures in his individual capacity and allowing unauthorized payments of more than rupees 8 crore for the conduct of the Queen's Baton Relay. UK-based firm AM Cars and Vans was given a very lucrative contract during the Queen's Baton Relay function in London on October 29, 2009 without a tender. An Australian firm, SHAM, was given a contract that gives them 20% commission on all the money brought in, including from the public sector units. Kalmadi was called the mastermind in fixing and inflating costs of a timing, scoring and results contract awarded to a Swiss firm that caused a loss of 95 crore rupees.